cricket lovers, we are going to talk about again something already asked, of course, Ashes. And we are having to talk about champions because when some cricket commentaries, some logs, when you are reading it about, you know, in the cricket tournaments, we are having man of the series.
True.
Right? So here when we talk about, we saw one player who was scored more than 45% of the total Australian score, which is the winning side 4-1. Yes, winning side 45% score, still not the man of the series. Who introduced something called Trav Ball, Travis Head. And we are having one called Carey.
Alex Carey.
Alex Carey, who is a jumping, pumping, and a wicket keeper who is coming to the closer to the wicket, even for the bowler, and keeping like nothing and going. He scored at the crucial times, scoring his runs and keeping it very less bias. Still, the main contributor is whom we are telling, man of the match in 2 matches, called Starc. Oh, we are telling a guy who is committed, dedicated, and who has become a finisher for the Enid side in Test cricket. So we are going to talk about these 3 men and the contribution of these players, how a team can do marvels when you are missing your key players and come out and do your contributions. From where we can start in this one?
We'll start from Travis Head. Because he started and he set the tone for this entire Ashes. Because as we discussed in the previous video also, Australia came to a very crucial point because they actually lost Khawaja because he had some back pain before the first Ashes match. And one thing I see in Australia...
And just to interrupt you, we know that by the chance Travis said is the opener in T20, he is the opener in the things of the ODI and never asked to be opened in Australian Test cricket because they knew it by chance if he is going to be something different there, but they knew he is the opener, right?
True,
they knew, but
true.
still no one called him as yet to be an opener.
Yeah, so the Australian bowlers really put them in a position that they can win the Test match, right? And Travis had said, because that's the time Steve Smith said, and even Pat Cummins in an interview said batting order is little bit overrated, but definitely not for Sri Lanka because we always
Don't tell me.
right. So, but this is all about Australian team, and they know the rule, they know the role definition, they know the data, they have everything under the sun from whatever they need to take the decision. Here, when we have this time, and then the ball was swinging, seaming, and Steve Smith said, someone need to go and play a few attacking shots and tell England that it's not going to be the same. And Australian batting lineup is very wobbling. You can't really see, even Labuschagne didn't have a good outing recently. Smith was struggling a little bit on that ground. And Travis said,
Just to add it to you, about 3-4 years back in the cricket book, Labuschagne was number 1, Steve Smith was number 2, even if I'm not mistaken, Khawaja was number 3 in the list, but still these 3 were out of the book.
Out of the book. So then Travis had said, let me take the responsibility.
But it was said that it was asked by the coach and the captain, isn't it?
Yeah, true. They just put the idea to him. Can you do it? He just said, yeah, bring it to me. I don't really.
Do you remember decision almost 30 years back in the backyard in Australian Sri Lankan side?
Yeah, of course.
Such a decision to take two guys made something
True.
different
Australia
in the world.
seems to be
huh?
like the place, like, where the
Some
stars align.
birthplace for new ideas and to be implemented and planted. Huh?
True. So what happened was he just said, okay, give it to me. Let me tackle this. And he went there and he literally started hitting England bowlers. And it's like he took a gamble. And one thing with Travis Head, he don't swing aimlessly. He know whom to
කොල්ලඩින මේ
attack.
ගැහුවේ.
Yeah. So he knows whom to target, when to target, what to target, and where to dispatch the ball, right? And he literally played a blinder of an innings. And I know the body language, like the England at that time. I know that okay, he played the mind game beautifully.
Do you remember the way first he came to bat, the faces of the Englishmen were there, right? And by the 10th over, I'm just saying after 10 overs, how Ben Stokes was collapsed himself, looking at here,
Yeah, look at
breathing. Hayo.
so it's
What's
these
going
are the things that Aussies
Your mind
always-
game, you are
Yeah.
reading the things, you are upsetting it and playing it to the front. That's the beauty of Travis ball.
Truly. And then during Adelaide, that's his home ground. And he has scored so many centuries in Adelaide. And he's he literally owns that ground. And he scored another beautiful century when Australia was struggling. Because this is again why I'm talking about this. This is not a random Adelaide test. It's not a random Ashes test. That's the point that Australia wanted to seal the series. If you win in Adelaide, it's like 3-0. That's it. We got the Ashes. Nothing to worry about it. And at that time, he scores another beautiful century. And he just says, okay, let me take it. I don't mind. And this is one thing which I saw in him. He's very matured. Even the writer Bharat Sundaresan, who follows him very closely, he's also from Adelaide. He always says he's very matured. And for his state team, once he told, okay, this is too much responsibility for me. Give these captains, because he was made a captain at a very young age. And probably so many Australian cricket legends now predict post Cummins, it will be Travis Head who will be inheriting the captaincy for Australia, because he's been groomed in such a way and he shows a lot of maturity and talent at this time. And these are the two crucial innings, and he played a lot of half centuries, and there was so much contribution from him during
There were
the
misses many, but still this contribution of 45% within this low scoring tournament,
I mean-
600 plus runs
it's
with 62 plus average,
fantastic.
with such greenery 3 millimeter pitches, the two matches ended in 2 days.
True.
It's a beauty.
It's a beautiful
It's
place.
a legendary.
It's just really like what I wanted to say in my point of view. That's how you need to step up, because he literally guarded the batting lineup and he just said like, okay, I don't care about it. Smith, you take your time, come back to form. Smith came back to form on Sydney, but still in Sydney also he scored a
Exactly.
good century. He just missed a double century, I think. And he was joking, and I really love the press conference that he makes. He just said like, okay, yeah, it was my day. I played well. It was given, the ball was coming nice. And he was very humility, and he was showing so much humility in him. And he was just becoming, for the type of innings he plays and that toughness he shows in the ground. And he's a very nice person when it comes to pressers.
Because I remember, if you remember, in a test match in Galle, I remember, right, in Sri Lanka lost by innings to Australia, if I remember. And Travis said suddenly came and bowled about 4 or 5 overs.
True.
In that, he has taken for less than 20 runs, 4 wickets. That included Chandimal. And then I remember our batters are looking at how this guy is spinning, right? Travis Head is such a mentality.
Even in Ashes, he got crucial wickets. He got, I think, Harry Brook in Adelaide. So that was a match decisive point that
This
decide.
time?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I lost it.
So
Okay.
likewise, he just really he played some good hand with bowling as well.
Yeah,
But
because
no,
he's a mind reader for me. Because
true,
he's a
true,
mind
true.
reader. Because in Test cricket, like a game, if you can be such a mind reader, the one who is coming against the force, like for any team, right? Because when you are having such a big armory, like because big armory means he is having every component in him,
True,
right?
true,
He's a great fielder too,
true, true.
right? So Travis said, like a player, he's showing his capacity, and Australia is, inherited with such players throughout the history.
And he's coming from a state in Australia because majority of the cricketers are coming actually from places like Victoria and New South Wales. And after Ricky Ponting, there's a crop of cricketers came from Tasmania as well. But you normally don't see many of them coming from South Australia and Western Australia, right? Hussey brothers, of course, Michael Hussey came from there. So Adelaide, he's coming from, that's what I say, because coming from Adelaide means a cricketer matures very early because if you are a talented cricketer, you will be given so many responsibilities because there's not many people there. I think that's one of the reason why Travis Head became Travis Head. And he played very crucial innings, as you know, outside of this Ashes as well. So that's a complete different discussion. But he's living up to the expectation, and he makes sure that certain times players, I think you expect them to mature on crucial points, and they mature at that crucial point. That's a beautiful part, and that's very nice to see as a fan, and to see like okay what they are up to and what they are how they are doing.
Yeah, because in Test cricket, yeah, we say just Test cricket has to be Test cricket.
True.
But when Test cricket become Travi ball, and you just hitting like nothing inside that, taking some T20s, yes, man, we love it.
Yeah, I mean, you might ask, like, you really criticize baseball and you are appreciating Travi ball. The problem is, baseball is aimlessness, ego driven. They just really, like, wanted to show everybody what I can do the non conventional shots. Whereas Travi ball, he don't play any non conventional
I'm
shots.
just saying to comparison,
Yeah, yeah.
just take the second innings where his 84 ball, 124, 125,
Sure.
winning score, just get, for me, it is for this year, maybe the inning of this year.
True. I mean, that's why, because I personally believe if you are a player watching, Travis Head knows when to attack. That's what I say, when to attack, whom to attack. And the shots he play, completely different ball games. Completely different. It's like you can't just put both
No, guys
together and
having
call
a
it
proper
aggressive.
forward.
Yeah.
Guys leaving the balls even I can recall it. You remember Sanjeev Ranadunga,
Yeah.
younger brother of Arjuna.
Yeah.
He is having the same sort of a ball leaving way.
True. He just really goes
Exactly.
so that's what it is. So that's the first lefty we were about to
Yes,
talk
first
about.
lefty. There are
Yeah.
two lefties
Yes,
to
two
be
lefties led to talk about.
talk about.
So
Number
we
two
now
is
go.
yes.
We now
yes,
go
yes.
for the left arm for a change, a bowler.
Yeah, the left arm legendary. Today we are calling him the one who is born for Test cricket, and he is showing that yes, I am born for Test cricket, and he showed that I am not. He is one of the millionaire of in Australia in cricket. Yes,
True,
and
true.
he earned it, but he didn't say that I need more money with franchise, and he rejected many a franchise cricket who asked him to be, the luxury of what he called IPL. He was skipping for many a years.
True.
And this man just left out T20 2 years back and said, I want to play national side of Australia.
So he reaffirmed in the press conference post Ashes. He told he left the T20 format to prolong his Test career, which is very rare phenomenon these days. I'm not talking about the money aspect, but when it comes to the fitness aspect
But I
also.
feel for I just really feel
Yeah, so
how like this sort of a player contributing to the game, the future of the game,
true,
the
true,
mindset
true.
of the youngsters who is coming, who wanted to be a good cricketer.
Yeah, so that's
That's the his practice, his stamina, and the way he's maintained his body language for 20, at least I think at least 4 and 5, right? The day number of days for that means 2 days, 4 days, 16 days, and 19 days. Within 40 days of cricket game, he played there, right? And bowled almost 30% of the Australian bowlers.
true,
And
true.
he took the most crucial wickets. And how one is doing that?
And even Andrew McDonald said he had to speak to the team physio, the sports massage therapist, to just to get to know, like, how Stark is doing this
Magic.
magic, because he goes there and he does a complete recovery. He comes back and he plays well. This is something, because what I really wanted to re-emphasize is players giving up the longer format. We can't just really equate only with the money because of the workload also, because you need to be on ground for like 5 days. But somebody is giving up the shorter format to prolong the longer format. It's really good. And he's bowling just before the Ashes started. Cummins said, they asked, like, you have been missing out the Ashes. He said, with his traditional smile, he just said, boys might not need it, but don't worry, Starkey is there. So Starkey really lived up to the expectation, and he uh, got some crucial wickets and all. And do you know, Stark was not destined to become a bowler. I watched a
Until
podcast.
14, he
Yeah.
was a wicket keeper with his wife.
Yeah, so Aliza Healy and him was playing the same club. That's just told by Ian Healy, right? So, and then one day his father came and said,
The father was
the
his coach.
So he just came and said, like, look, today onwards, you are no longer a keeper. You are a bowler. So go to that net. Here's the bucket of balls. Ball. So this guy, when he's a very nice guy, because he won a lot of community related works, and they were felicitating him for his community work. And this guy just came and he bowled well, and he's very athletic. He loved it, because keeping means you have to sit on one place, right? And you have to obviously do a lot of squats, but like, he just said, I love this. And then that became, maybe if you are McCallum or Stokes, you will be cursing his father. I don't care about it. But many of them. And during his time as a wicket keeper, this guy used to open for his club. Right? And you can see that in these Ashes, there are so many times he made sure to drag the tail, and he put England in very uncomfortable position, especially in the day and night test. Just after the afternoon, when Australia was like 7 or 8 wickets down, he put a brilliant partnership, and he scored, like, that partnership was scoring around 70-80 runs. But the beautiful part of that is that dragged England to bat in the twilight period. So these are the smartest parts of the games, right?
Yeah, he smiles, but that's the truth.
These are the smartest part of the game. This is what Test cricket is all about: pushing your opponent to that twilight place to bat, or like dragging in a way that the conditions change for a new ball to take it. You stretch your innings, or you cut short a little bit to take some advantage. So he did it beautifully, and I think he played a good hand in Adelaide. He played a good hand in Brisbane, second match, third match, and he played a good hand in Sydney as well, because taking it and the last batting. So it's just not only by ball, but he actually contributed with the bat.
Yeah, the beauty is he has batted more balls than few of the Australian first few batters.
True. And more than and few England batters combined.
Exactly. And even few England batters scored lesser than collectively
Then
his total score.
yeah.
Right?
So that's the
So
beautiful
you
part
know
of it.
how this man is balancing Australian cricket. And
Wow.
the best part is when the captain needed a wicket, this man was there. If you have seen the matches, because I just went to the YouTube and watched certain things before this video, and just it was said that he was going to Steve Smith and he's getting the ball him to ball
Yeah.
sometimes.
So he just gets throw it to me.
Give me. I cannot recollect these things. I think more than that. I think in Ashes, within Wendy's, England, Ian Botham was asking. That's a famous scene. This is one time I was seeing because he was the only option like Steve Smith having as a key bowler. He was doing it.
And whether it's
He didn't say I cannot play because we say, Pat Cummins came and played, but he just came for a one match.
True. He just like that. He just came in. He made sure that Australia wins the Ashes, and he said yeah, fine guys, take it.
Fine, guys, there are more resources you to contribute and go ahead. Let me rest.
Yeah, so he just it's fair by Cummins also because he said that his heels need to.
Yeah, no, actually, he is having an injury, so
Yeah, he did a surgery also.
Yeah, in a surgery and all those things, he is having a recovery. We know how Pat Cummins will be coming out. So yeah.
True.
We are expecting you to come up, brother.
True. Soon. He will be here in Sri Lanka for the World T20 because they want to win it again. I think Cummins badly want to win it again. That what he is always telling.
Yeah, we love to watch you. We are expecting to watch you here. Sure.
Yeah, so it's at Pallekale. They are taking on Sri Lanka.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, whether our journey will be longer than the Sri Lankan batting order, we'll just really speak about it.
Yeah.
Now we spoke about a guy who was a keeper, then became a bowler. Now there is another keeper who did a really good job for Australia.
Because Australia is not lack of good keepers.
Yes.
In the history, we knew there are many players who has taken the responsibility. Who are the world? If you said 10 keepers who are the best keepers in world, about 3 or 4 keepers come from Australia.
True.
But still, I say this may be the keeper of the Australia for some time. Because this
He's a
man-
proper keeper because
keeper?
he kept the hopes of Australia alive.
Yeah, either way, the thing is his technique of keeping.
True.
And also his technique of batting.
True.
Because being a keeper, I remember one time Prasanna Jayawardena was said, once you have become a keeper and you know how the bowler is bowling when you are batting.
True.
This man was having that.
He has it because keepers have this advantage because they know how the pitch is working and how the ball is coming quickly to them. So is there any seam or swing or something like that? That's what the many legendary keepers told from Kalavitarna to Kumar Sangakkara also. But Alex Carey's beautiful contribution of this Ashes winning, I would say he guarded both Australian inexperienced bowling lineup and the wobbling batting lineup. How I'm really saying, just before the start of the Ashes, they always have a lot of podcasts, so many legends go. Ricky Ponting said this, Brett Haddin said this, and few other legends also said it. They said Alex Carey will score more crucial runs for Australia in this Ashes. Honestly, I didn't believe it. I have to confess.
Yeah, because just very little knowing about him.
Yeah, but what he did, especially in, if I have to say that crucial match in Adelaide, because that's the point that Australia wanted to seal the Ashes. And one thing with them, they never wanted to give the opponent a single chance. They don't give it, right? And at that time, he scored both first innings a century, second innings I think around 70 odd runs.
Yeah, because in the first innings, I remember it was something like they are all the main four players, 94 for 4. Right?
Yes,
So
yes.
then he came to pitch and he was just testing at the very first balls and he was just driven and he was beating, but he was looking at the ball and he knew by that, yeah, I have to be here. So he was just pointing, yeah, man,
That's there.
make sure I'm here. You have to
And
worry.
I
He
will-
finally made it. A good century.
Yeah, it's a very good century, and he scored a couple of 40s range in Brisbane, I think. So he played well, and nobody will forget the catch of Labuschagne and him just going. And
Yummy.
they were like, lovers on the beach. They just really fell on each other,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
actually got the catch. And one beautiful thing about his keeping, I would say, there was a time I felt when Nasser and Boland were playing, England started stepping out of the crease to face the ball a little bit early, and that gave them more chance to play well. And this guy said, "Okay, I'll come and stand next to the wicket." This is again Boland. Huh? Boland is not a medium fast bowler, right?
See his speed. Go to the internet, and if you are not believing,
And so he just said, "Let me stand next." And Boland has asked, "Mate, are you sure?" Because the fast bowler, the ball will go up.
do you remember one time? I cannot recollect the date when Lasith Malinga was hitting everywhere. I think it was one keeper came closer to the wicket to keep for the Lasith Malinga for 2 balls.
Yeah. So this is in a franchise cricket.
Franchise, I think
Right.
IPL.
Yeah,
IPL and the batter got bowled.
Yes.
Because he was coming and attacking Lasith Malinga.
Yes.
So
yes.
like that, this was only 2 or 3 balls, but throughout the tournament, this
He was
guy
like-
was closer to the wicket for bowler.
Because the ball, why I'm really telling is you need to like jump so high to get it. And this is, and think about a keeper, you do a squat, you jump, and then you jump. Like this is for so many balls.
Yeah.
And he did, that was so successful because of him standing there. And the funny part is Australian fielding setup is keeper is close to the wicket, slip stands on the.
Yeah, you can see about another few yards back.
Yes.
It's maybe the longest.
Yes,
Right?
so they
you can
actually trapped Joe Root like that.
Exactly.
They actually trapped Ollie Pope like that, and so many people. This is a phenomenal act because Alex Carey, as a player, have to wait for a long time to get the Australian breakthrough.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, Tim Payne was the captain of Australia until there were some allegations came and they had to take some action and he resigned the captaincy. So that's until such things happen, you just have to wait patiently, play the Sheffield Shield, play the Big Bash League, and all these things. And even now, he need to compete with Josh English on the white ball tournament because English is a far better or attacking better than him. So then he need to wait for those kind of things. But when the chance was given, this man rose and rose to his position, and wonderfully done. I mean, I would, because this is for me, he need to be recognized more because he's many that underrated, unsung, that category. But these are the crucial parts. I would say Mahela once said on an interview, there are guys who fly under the radar and they do the dirty work. Dirty work in the sense they might be athletic to stop crucial 10 runs, maybe like 2 boundaries saved, one triple got down to a double, or one double got down to a single. So these guys need to be always looked in and appreciated because it's actually their contribution plays a lot. Because if you are a batter or a bowler, you get runs or something, wicket tally, and then people say oh my god, he got a century or something like that. But most of the time, there will be guys who change the momentum. There will be a bowler bowling and suddenly somebody comes and say, okay, I'll risk my life. I might throw it away. Let me hit 2-6. So it just that crucial bowler is being put into the back foot. And then the captain need to think, okay, bring somebody else, or that gives a breathing space or scoring opportunity or something like that. These are the crucial parts, I believe, should be talked more. And since we are always about beyond boundary, we don't have any boundary. So we will speak about these kind of crucial topics in cricket, because this is the missing puzzles or the glue which bind a successful team together so that they become really successful.
Yeah, because at the start of the tournament, it was said that this is the worst Australian bowling attack and the worst Australian batting performance. If you look at their, if no Travis Head and Carey were there, like right, because there were very less runs from their who called the top run scorers during the last few tournaments, right? So your proper players coming in and taking the responsibility and taking the game alongside and in your home soil, you are just putting it concrete and finishing it in style, right? Because now there are many things to recollect. Now Australian selection committees has to rethink when there are white ball tournaments and the white ball things, especially
True.
they have not named the T20 squad for the World Cup, right?
They will, I think we will get
There
it.
may be a fight in between Carey even, because I'm pretty sure that guy would be competing with English if he has
True.
chance.
I
Because
think-
these things are the things what we want to press. Because
English had some issue because for the IPL, this is out of context, but for IPL, Ricky Ponting said just 45 minutes before the
Yes,
retention,
yes,
he
yes,
said
yes,
that he
yes,
want to get married or something like that. And Ponting being Ponting, very annoyed by
yeah,
unprofessionalism.
yeah.
So I don't know about his relation with Australia Cricket Board, especially for this T20 World Cup, because now it's just it is kind of overlapping with the IPL.
Yeah, but let's see, because we will expect these things will contribute for the game, and these players will be more in the if they are all format players, to see them in our home soil too, because it's a beauty of the game.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see them. We want to see them.
Yeah, because I remember we say Starc is the best by now in the chance, and still we remember my love for the these days. Chandi was hitting two beautiful sixers out of the goal grounds against him to score double century, right? So these things are the things which they come here, and Sri Lanka they perform in different ways. We feel it, and we just, as Sri Lankan cricket lovers, enjoy the game and see it, how the beauty of the game taken to the next level. These players, that's why we are talking about them. So, listen.
I think with this, we wanted to wrap up this in the episode as well. And we hope to bring you more and more cricket. And thank you very much for
Thank you
your
very
support.
much. And we know that Lady Starc said bye-bye yesterday to cricket. A few hours before we were just planning
Sure.
this
So we
episode.
will
and
be speaking
We will be
about-
speaking about her, because she is a legendary player and she has done many things, and we are, for the moment, going to talk about her in next. So,
And
see you
don't
guys.
forget, whenever Stark plays a crucial match, she comes with a notebook and a pen, and she writes all the mistakes that he makes.
Husbands, you know that what wives are doing, right?
Even if you are Stark, it's the same.
It's the same.
Thank you so much for joining with us.
See you.